ールに包まれたこの袋がやっぱりコレクションですね。いろんな怪獣いますね。
どれをメインで使いますかね。なんだ、
大きいの。
気流ですね。三式気流だ。
これメカゴジラじゃなくて気流なんですね。
気流です。メカゴジラではなく気流ですよ。
はい、さあその気流を
落ちたな。
自分でもらってしまいましたね。
これは下にアンギラスとかいると大変ですね。
アンギラスはやばいですね。
さあもう一つ。さあなんかでっけえのがあるぞ。
でもこれ考えてみたら瀬山さん、確かに怪獣っていうのは突起物を
Okay, people, welcome back to another Foosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and the train's still a-rolling. This week's not going to be as long as last week, at least I hope so. I haven't started a rambling yet. But the last weekly went up last Saturday on YouTube, and by the end of Saturday, I had enough content for another weekly. But I didn't want to do it because I'm always afraid to get to the next one and have nothing to talk about. Yeah, because that's happened a lot. Or I just like sticking to the Friday/Saturday schedule. So come on, huddle around the nice, warm, soft glow of action figure news and toys. Touching back on one of the talking points last week, as soon as I questioned the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Crow Robin and whether it came with all 3 heads or just randomly packed with 1 head on it, Ty goes and does a live stream over on the Unparalleled Universe channel and completely answers the question. That's how it always goes. But that's okay. Information, not a bad thing. And I sure as hell don't mind looking like, oh, I don't know something. Because I do it all the time. He does confirm that the Crow Robins are randomly packed with 1 of the looks. So it boils down to a hunt type situation. If you order it online, I don't know, do you not know what you're going to get? Not ideal for those who want all 3 different looks. Not so bad for those who just want a Crow Robin, because then he went and did this. The torso on the figure is a soft overlay like we saw with the My Hero Academia Shigaraki or Todoroki, so you know it has the range. Look at Robin trying to gnaw his own crotch. But for more information on that, and the Flash coming with lightning effects and a base, and all kinds of other goodies, head over to Unparalleled Universe's channel, and he's got the live stream posted there. But, touching on My Hero Academia, and because it's been a while, I'm ready. I'm ready for some new information, and McFarlane Toys came through. Back at Toy Fair, which was 25 years ago, they did show an ETA, but didn't give a lot of information there. Last weekend during San Diego Comic-Con at home, they revealed the rest of that wave with Bakugo in the UA Festival uniform. That seems to utilize that same soft torso overlay we were just talking about, and even though McFarlane's not big on reuse, I wonder if we'll see more students in this uniform. A few other characters could use this same size, but are they going to go back and do Uraraka and Deku and everybody else in this uniform? Who knows? But you notice who's beside him, right? Oh, I was hoping McFarlane would tackle Stain. Other companies have this license, but it seems like the house that Todd built is going a bit deeper with it. And just based on Stain's design, with the and the zzz and the poof, I knew McFarlane would knock it out of the park. I feel like this is going to be the only Stain we're going to get in super articulated action figure form, at least for the foreseeable future. When I started that sentence, I didn't expect that many F's. But oh, it does look good. Like I said, these 2 should come with ETA, and that wave should hit in the fall sometime. Another good-looking action figure that McFarlane decided to reveal during San Diego Comic-Con at home is the Doomslayer Doomicorn. I don't know, Doom, you know this, but you dress something up in unicorn style, something so contrasty, it totally works for me. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. I'm a fan of the silly, what can I say? That's also fall 2020. You may have noticed that I haven't been keeping up with Medicom's crazy, changing MAFEX release schedule. There's just too much. You get to a month, and it may change twice. This may be pushed back, going a couple months later. And I've always said it, with MAFEX, you just pre-order, and then you forget about it. And then when you finally do get a shipping notice, you're like, oh, I remember that. Thank you very much. So why do I bring it up now? Oh, because the time is upon us, my friends. The Medicom MAFEX DC Hush Batman is getting released. I got my payment request last night. As soon as I saw that email, it was like, click, yes. I'm hearing a lot of people are getting them too. I've been seeing pictures trickle out from overseas. I can't contain my joy. It's finally happening. Come on, End of the World, hold off for another week or two, please. Please. Revealed at Tamashii Features 2020 a couple of weeks ago, we finally got solicitations for the Bandai SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Final Battle, Thanos and Thor. These seem to be upgraded versions of previously released figures, and for those who skipped it or missed it, that's a good thing. Or if you're a sucker for more accessories, here you go. But it kind of feels like covered ground at this point. They got big sales for Avengers Endgame, and so they're just sticking with Avengers Endgame. I know other movies have been pushed back, so the schedule's open, but whew, man. But flip side of that coin, this is also a clever way to do reissues. It's not just straight up re-release. They're going to throw in some extras to try to grab those people that can't stand it. Oh my god, it has a new hat. I must have it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down with the keyboard. I'm not saying there's anything bad about that. My Star Wars collection is the epitome of, oh, new hat, oh, different shirt, oh, they changed the color on this one part of the same figure that I just bought 3 times before. I'm right there with you, buddy. But it's not completely reuse. Thanos seems to have articulated shoulder pads this time around. I didn't get the first version, so I don't know all the little changes here, but that's the big difference I see comparing promotional images. Also, this time around, he comes with the appropriate nano gauntlet parts, whether it has gems or without gems, and then it has the corresponding faces for each of those hands. Other accessories include his crazy dual sword, a helmet, and diorama pieces like the pipe he sits on, and a little base piece for the sword so it'll stand like it's stuck in the ground. At least I think it's a little piece that the sword sticks into. I'm saying the description's a little vague in the solicitation. I'm surprised at how good Thanos looks sitting down, though. That's not easy for a lot of action figures. For Thor, again, without having the first version in hand, it's hard to tell if there's anything different about the body itself, and then it comes with what seems to be the same Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, but I think the big thing here is the lightning effects. It's almost like the Figuarts Thor saw the MAFEX Infinity War Thor and said, hold my mead, buddy. Both of these are Soul Web exclusives, but with all the added accessories and the price point of $147 for Thanos and $84 for Thor, I wouldn't be surprised if this didn't pop up on Bluefin soon. We've talked a bit about NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over the past few weeks, mostly frustration over trying to actually get the product. It's all exclusives, and it's been a pain in the ass, at least online through the NECA site or Walmart.com, Target.com, so it's nice to see a little ray of sunshine. They announced that they would be opening a pre-order window for their TMNT 2 Toka and Razar. Now that's how you do it, and that's exactly the kind of goodwill this company needs at the moment. I'm seeing people find the musical, magical, mutagen tour set at Target, and the same for Casey and Raph at Walmart, but not everybody has access to brick and mortar stores like this. Or even if you do, not all the stores actually stock the product. Never mind being in a different country altogether. The pre-orders went up Thursday night without a hitch. All I'm seeing is tweets of, yay, I got my order in, now I just have to wait. And you know what? That's nice to see. The pre-order window will be open July 31st to August 7th, available in 20 international locations, and it should ship in November. This week I reviewed the latest wave of the Jazwares Fortnite Legendary series just in time for a few new announcements. Which is weird, we're used to not seeing anything in advance here. It goes up on Amazon, you order it, you get it, that's it. Nothing wrong with that, it's a bit nostalgic. It reminds me of childhood, but every other toy in the world, we usually see pictures beforehand. Like P1000 is apparently the reanimated remains of Peely, so that automatically means, oh, I need another Peely. It makes it both horrifying and impossible to pass up. It's one of those oddball shapes that makes this line so fun, and actually, now that I'm looking at it, right here, because I see it, I'm looking right at it, it has kind of Scud the Disposable Assassin vibes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then Doggo is one of those wacky, wild designs that needed to be seen in plastic form. He's right up there with Peely, and Fish Stick, and Beef Boss. I am assembling a team of specialists that cannot be beat through any property. Who's a good boy? Sticking with Jazwares, last week we talked about Jeremy Padawer revealing both Orange Cassidy and Pac for their AEW Unrivaled line, but he also teased more. And true to his word, on Saturday we got Darby Allin. They are absolutely nailing the sculpts on each individual wrestler. Can I say wrestler? Not superstar? I can, yeah. And even if you're not interested in All Elite Wrestling, this is gonna be a very nice line of custom fodder. But for me, I'm a fan. I dig Darby's look. He's a crazy bastard. I will definitely buy an action figure. The Wave 3 figure also includes a jacket, and there's another Chase version that is 1 in 500. I don't really get into the, oh my god, it's a pain in the ass to get these. With wrestling, I just want their standard ring gear. I don't care about having different versions, and maybe updated versions when they change that ring gear, but that's down the road. But since we're talking wrestling, Boss Fight Studios also showed factory samples of their Legends of Lucha Libre Rey Fenix and Penta-Zero M. Yes, the Lucha Brothers. Wrestling licensing is so weird. The same wrestler can have 2 different names in 2 different promotions, which has 2 different action figure deals. But you know what that means? More action figures for everybody. Yeah. I love seeing figures with no paint. It just shows off the base sculpt. You can hide a lot of things behind paint, but seeing it like this, oh man, look at that stitchwork sculpt. And the poses are showing off what they can do in plastic form. It also spotlights how you can swap parts out. Penta-Zero M has his mask and his waist hang down thing, but you can swap that out for other heads like the Masked Republic logo mask. If you're interested in seeing more of this line, Boss Fight will be doing a live stream on their Facebook tonight, which is Friday. If you're watching this on Saturday, it was last night. Just head to their Facebook page. It should be up there. Over on the Mezco side of the world, they continue to show 1/12 collective offerings after Friday's Bishop. And I thought it would be hard to top that, but they're doing their damnedest. To the average Joe, this is just a dude in a suit, but to DC fans, with the loose tie, the magic effects, it's unmistakably Constantine. And dang if Mezco doesn't do the best beat-up heads in the business. And a cigarette with an action figure in this day and age? Well, I guess now that I think about it, it's usually Marvel that nixes any kind of nicotine with their action figures. Beautiful segue to Marvel, if I do say so myself. But they also teased a 1/12 collective Fantastic Four. And the thought of a Mezco-fied Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman thing, maybe in the Polystone, and then Human Torch in some clear, translucent material. We haven't even seen them yet, but And that gets me one step closer to my holy grail of a 1/12 collective Doctor Doom. Can you imagine that? The armor and the ornate look to it, and then the perfect cloth tunic and cape and hood. Yep, one little animation gets me that excited. But that's not all. Mezco also showed a death dealer. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
What are you doing?
Oh, recording the weekly. What are you doing?
Anything good on weekly?
Oh, you know, news.
Anything good?
Oh, it's all good. It's action figures. This is one of those that really sneaks up on you, taps you on the shoulder, and punches you in the face. This thing shot past most of the other reveals simply because when it comes to Marvel or DC, we have other offerings. We've seen figures of Constantine and the Fantastic Four, but with Death Dealer, have we really ever had an articulated 6-inch scale version? So yeah, something unique like that, gets my interest. So while I'm basking in the glory of that, TBLeague comes along and said, hey, we have a Death Dealer too. Because why not, right? I mean, competition is good, I guess. I've actually messed with the male TBLeague seamless body, and while it's awkward in places, in fact, it's right here, when you bend it too far, it's kind of flat. Sometimes you don't go so far and it looks natural though. But with the rubber skin and the crazy articulated skeleton underneath, you can get all kinds of poses. I mean, this should be cool. And while I always talk about the TBLeague females having doll-like blank expressions like on their Purgatory and Vampirella, here, with this death-dealing sumbitch, he's wearing a helmet. That doesn't matter. On top of the base body being able to do anything you want, the costume itself doesn't seem to restrict that movement. It's open in all the right places. That sounds kind of kinky. Like I constantly say with this line, it essentially looks like a tiny person in real clothes. $90, it's scheduled for October, but I think TBLeague has experienced some delays at the moment, so October-ish. Early during San Diego Comic-Con at home, ThreeZero revealed their DLX Transformers Siege Optimus, and if it's half as good as their DLX Bumblebee movie Optimus, it's gonna be a hell of an action figure. But a company like ThreeZero understands if they really want to sink that hook, especially with high-priced items like this, they gotta give you some yin to the yang. Like, say, the DLX Transformers Siege Megatron? Oh, it's too pretty! We get so many primes from so many different companies, but never the same amount of Megatron, so it's nice to see some Decepticon love here. And at 11 inches tall, it's at least fudgeable if you want to put them in with your G.I. Joes or your Marvel. No release info yet, this is just the prototype stage, but judging by the Optimus price, it should be around $180. But if you're looking for something way more affordable and transformable, if that's your thing, there's always the Hasbro Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Megatron. Now wait, I know this and Bumblebee and Elita 1 were shown off several weeks ago by Hasbro, but Takara Tomy overseas has shown pictures of actual prototypes, the characters in plastic form. Bumblebee in actual Volkswagen form makes me so happy, and him dual-wielding some pistols, that looks badass. So if you missed out on the pre-orders or don't have access to Walmart brick and mortar, these are up for pre-order on overseas sites like AmiAmi and HobbyLink Japan. Another tidbit from last week, Hasbro had revealed their Star Wars Black Series Return of the Jedi Heroes of Endor set, and I was just wondering if Han came with his coat, Leia came with her poncho, and I'll be damned if an eBay auction didn't go up several hours later and just answered those questions outright. Leia is packaged in her full gear, and then later it was revealed that Solo's trench coat is in a little baggie on the side. Later, it was double confirmed by that lucky bastard E. Rivera. He got a set to review, and besides those things, it shows that Luke uses the old original Jedi Luke body. That's a deal breaker for some. It's a bit dated, but for me, Luke will be wearing his poncho, his hat, all that'll be hidden. Rumors say that we'll get this Han, Luke, and Leia in a future regular wave, but if this is the only way to get Pop Lou, I'm gonna be right there on Hasbro's site, just F5ing the hell out of it, or screaming at my monitor for payment to go through. And that should go up sometime September. In other less exciting Star Wars Black Series news, if you ordered the carbonized Darth Vader on Amazon, and why wouldn't you, the release date has been pushed up from December 17th to August 5th. That's quite a jump, and we've been seeing that a bit lately. I don't know the reason for that. I'm not going to complain, unless it means we're going to get to fall, winter, and it's a big old dry spell of action figures, but I don't really see that happening. There's a reason, and it can't be good for our wallets. Finally, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified series. So much excitement, so much teeth gnashing, so much anger, so much joy. Oh, it's a roller coaster. When the Target exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Special Missions Cobra Island figures went up for pre-order on Target.com, for about 15 seconds, it was a complete disaster. And remember, I'm recording this on Friday. As I'm saying this, it's trickling out to some stores, but it's a crapshoot whether you're going to run into street dates or employees not wanting to pull them out. From what I hear at the moment, employees who check the handheld get street dated for August 14th, but if they put the figures out and you go to the register, no street date. On top of that, to further sketch the info, Hasbro themselves tweeted that the figures would be available in-store and online on August 1st, but then came back and updated that tweet saying that they'll be in-store August 1st and then online August 14th. I don't know if this is a measure taken to try to keep them in stock online or something. I feel like it's good intentions on Hasbro's side, and they're trying, and they communicate that, but when it gets to the Target side, they're just kind of, oh, yeah, toys. So the information's hitting somewhere, and it's not being sent down to the store level. So we'll see how that August 1st release date actually pans out. Beachhead, the Cobra Trooper, and the updated Roadblock all come in straight cases, all by themselves, and searching Pop Finder from Northwest Arkansas to Kansas City, I've only seen Cobra Troopers pop up. There will be 6 in stock, and then at half the stores, they dwindle very quickly. But I am seeing people pick up Beachhead in different places. Same for Roadblock. I have seen no report of Baroness with motorcycle yet. Sitting and observing the whole situation, I'm thinking that in the long run, they will be easier to get. Well, unless you're out of the country or don't have a Target. But from what I hear, they're replenishable, they should be shipping a lot, and technically, Beachhead, Roadblock, and the Cobra Trooper don't say Target exclusive, only Baroness on motorcycle does. Now this could be exclusive decos, and the characters will come to the main line. I feel like after 3 Cobra Commanders, 2 Destros, 2 Roadblocks, they're not gonna make any one character too hard to get. So fingers and toes crossed for everybody to find these. Hopefully it becomes easier because, oh man, getting that Cobra Trooper in hand, that seals the deal. I'm in for this line. This is my G.I. Joe series. So that's it for this week. Me rambling about some toys. If I missed anything, people asked about the Mattel WWE line. Holy shit, I couldn't keep up with it. And I was looking at the pictures as they went up. And as soon as I scrolled through all of them, it's too much. So there's other channels out there that did a way better job of just going through it. That's a whole episode to itself. If you're interested in seeing any of these pictures up close without me all old man dancing in front of them, I will be posting those and information and links to pre-orders on the Whoosh front page on Saturday at noon. I've also seen people griping about Hasbro not really showing anything during San Diego Comic-Con at home, but they had several live streams before. They're going to have several live streams after. From a business point of view, they didn't jump in and compete with everybody else for spotlight. All these companies took what was supposed to be San Diego, showed all their stuff, and it was awesome. It was amazing. We saw so much stuff. But if you're a company, you're like, oh, well, we'll be the spotlight before, and then a couple weeks later, we'll be the spotlight again. So, I mean, I can understand it. I know it's traditional to show all the toys during the 3-4 day period, but I can understand why they didn't do it. And it's not like we don't have enough shit from Hasbro to buy right now anyway. I can't even keep up with all the Marvel Legends, and I'm fiending for some G.I. Joe, and there's Power Rangers, and... But if you enjoyed this weekly, comment, like, subscribe. Much love to the plus. If you're interested in seeing videos early or just in a position to help out the channel, patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll always catch you on the swoosh. Yeah, look at that. Rotation's a bit weird, but you know what? This body, it can do everything you want it to do. Except, oddly enough, it can't kick its own ass. The metal skeleton runs into itself, and there's no flex to it. It's not plastic. It's just nothing.